In this video, we are going to go over how to order real numbers from least to greatest. Let's jump right into it. So it says order the real numbers from least to greatest. So the easiest way to do this, and these are very classic problems tested in all sorts of pre-algebra and algebra classes the world around. To do this, use a calculator or your noggin to figure out what numbers are least and then greatest. I think the easiest way to do it is to use a calculator, which I've already calculated these, and I get their decimals. And that helps us to order things. So for instance, 5 over 6 is equal, and I have the numbers here off screen. You can't see it, they're way down here. But the 5 divided by 6 is what you're plugging into your calculator. You get 0.83 repeating. Negative 2 is just negative 2. The square root of 5 is about 2.24, about. So we're just approximating the values enough so that I know what's greater and what's less. Negative 7 divided by 4 is negative 1.75. And 2.35 is, well, itself. So now that every single number is in the same form, whether it was a fraction, an integer, a square root, or a decimal, now they're all decimals. Now we can compare them. So we're going least. Least would be most negative, or farthest to the left on the number line, and that would be negative 2. That is the most negative of all the numbers. So that's done here. Then the next least number would be the next most negative, would be negative 1.75. We don't write negative 1.75, we write its original number's equivalent, because we're ordering these numbers, not their decimals. So this corresponds to that, so negative 7/4. Check, check. Next from here, I have no more negative numbers left. So the positive numbers, the least positive number is 5/6, because 0.83 repeating is definitely less than 2.24, roughly root 5, and 2.35. So that's going to be 5 over 6. Check, check. And then we're left with 2.24 and 2.35. Well, 0.24 is less than 0.35, so root 5 followed by 2.35. And now we've ordered everything from least to greatest. Notice how I'm checking off everything. That's just so that I don't double count something. All right, we'll go through the next example a little quicker. Just included 2 examples here. And again, we'll write out the decimal equivalents. This is negative 0.16 repeating. This is negative 0.37. The square root of 1 is, well, 1. Any number, well, 1 times itself is going to give me 1. Negative 2 over 15 is, let's see, negative 0.13 repeating. And then 8 divided by 9 is 0.8 repeating. So now from here, we've got a whole host of decimals, and the original numbers are what we're ordering from least to greatest. So what's the most negative here? Well, the most negative is negative 0.37. And that was the original number there. Sweet. Then the next most negative number is negative 0.16. It's slightly more negative than negative 0.13. It's farther to the, well, we've got to the left on the number line. And so that's going to be negative 1 over 6. Check, check. From here, we've got negative 2/15. It's the last negative number remaining. So that's negative 2 over 15, which was, as a decimal, negative 0.13 repeating. Check them off. And last but certainly not least, we've got 0.8 repeating and 1. Well, 0.8 is less than 1, right? We don't have a units value. So 8/9 we know is less than 1. So that goes. And then we've got the square root of 1, which I will write down here. That's it, peeps. Turn everything into decimals, order those decimals, and then make sure to rewrite the original numbers that you were trying to order, not the decimal approximations or equivalences. That's it, ordering real numbers.